So they've finally announced Ableton Move, and it looks like we're getting a sketch pad, but it's not disappointing. I'm not disappointed by this. It's like Push's little brother or little sister. It is something that is a sketch pad where you can make songs on the move, and it looks pretty ergonomic and easy to use, and it looks relatively small. And the thing that is kind of disappointing is the price of $449 US feels a bit pricey, but once you start looking at it a little bit more and deeper and the potential of this thing, you might start thinking differently. So basically what it is, it's a standalone system. It's got a rechargeable battery. You can actually just take this on holiday with you. It's got batteries, and it also has a speaker and a microphone. So you can actually record into it using that little dot, which is a microphone. And so you can really just make music anywhere. My understanding is you can record up to 4 minutes of sound. You can basically sing into it as the beat is playing. So I think that is a huge thing. In fact, it has loads of memory. It comes with about 64 gigabytes worth of memory. The thing that I was a little bit underwhelmed with, but there's a little bit more to this than what I'm about to say, is it only has 4 tracks. So one is like a drum kit. There's a sampler. You can put synthesizers on there. And these are like Ableton synths, things like analog and drift. So they align perfectly with already what's in Ableton. And they connect using Link, or they connect using Wi-Fi. So there are strategies and ways to connect everything and move everything and sync everything together. And you can even bring some of the presets into this. So I think that is quite powerful, and that's where it's a lot different to other MIDI controllers, because I see this as kind of a MIDI controller, but you can take away with you a little bit. It also has 16 pad layout for drum performance sequencing. It is a little bit like Ableton Note in that it's a controller. Obviously, you've got session mode, you've got playable modes. So the 4 tracks that you see are basically, as you can see there's 4 tracks. They are basically aligned with session mode in Ableton. So what you see there will appear on the 4 tracks in session mode in Ableton. You can obviously sample, as I've just said before. You can actually do some automation, but you're kind of limited to the type of automation that you have. For example, certain sounds like analog, you can automate filters, and you can record the filter automations. You can remove automations and do editing. It also has a step sequencer. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, because I don't have a push. Apparently, push doesn't have a step sequencer. So that's a big deal. It has a MIDI capture, which we just mentioned. It also has arpeggiator and repeat modes. It has loads of audio effects. It has a core library of 1,500 sounds, and it connects into a dedicated website. And it's got 32 pads with polyphonic aftertouch, 16 multifunctional buttons, 9 touch-sensitive encoders, has a tiny little screen, as you can see there, but it's enough really to do what you have to do. So yeah, it's a sketch pad, but it's kind of a sketch pad on steroids, if you know what I mean. This is a little bit more than a sketch pad. The reason why I call it a sketch pad is because at this moment, I'm not convinced you can actually complete an entire track on this thing. So if you go out on holiday or whatever, and you want to create something, this is perfect for that. This is like, I have an idea, I want to sing into it, I want to create a little beat. That is perfect for that. You can save it into Move, and then you can create another. You can create a whole bunch of ideas and then bring them back into Ableton and edit them a bit later. So I think personally, this is a big thing, and it's perfect in terms of where it fits in terms of Ableton synths and sequences. So what do you guys think of Move? Do you like it? Are you underwhelmed by it? Are there things in it that you wish it could have? I think it's pretty cool.